7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello, greetings. This is me again, Zara Bizak. I think that thank you for reminding me how terrible my memory is. What I read the last time in one of my live streams about Solomon, at least he didn't know. He was testing me. He said, like, where was Solomon from? And is it the same Solomon from the Quran as it is in the Bible? So I had to tell, I was like, and I've read all this earlier on about Solomon becoming the king of Israel. Right? So I could not answer him where the Solomon was from. Anyway, so if you want to act smart here, right? Go to the one who has perfect knowledge about this book, your Quran or whatever you believe in, or go to the most articulate, eloquent, whoever you are from, whichever religion you believe in, or your Hinduism or your Islamism or your Christianityism, right? Maybe the things I'm saying broken, don't remember, I make mistakes, I correct myself. Maybe I could be right. So here this person came to show me how, I made a mistake. Oh, I read about Solomon, but I don't know he's the king. I don't remember. It's just there. And so here I found out this is not from any Jewish, I was reading the Bible Kings and so each month the white eagle returned to Jerusalem and King Solomon mounted his broad wings. I was reading from the Bible, but now it's not in the Bible. And yes, I remember reading about the white eagle. Mounted on a white eagle. What did he do? Doesn't say fly, but what does this imply? His broad wings and shepherded the skies over Israel. King Solomon mounted his broad wings. Okay, I still haven't found the magic carpet one, or just the carpet, which had powers. Where Solomon can even, what does the Quran say about Queen of Sheba? She was a sun worshipper and didn't worship God, Allah. Then all that is in Surah Saad, you can read about that. Scam union. I'd like to go there to the Quran ayats and it's going to take a long time. Right? Who was it who's last time who came here and asked me whether, yeah, I have the answer now from the Bible. I think it's from the Bible because there are sometimes I go there and I don't find the same thing. So you can read the Quran ayats and see what the Quran says about the Queen of Sheba. Right now I'm not on that topic. Scammer union. Right? I'm on another topic here. So because the Quran is such that I cannot give out the story myself. I have to read I'm very theoretical and like that. Right? I have to read word by word to you from the Quran ayats. What happened to the ayats are there, you can find out for yourself what the Quran, this is not a big thing, scammer union. Is it such a, like you need me to educate you about what happened to Queen Sheba? You don't know, you haven't read your Quran about Queen Sheba? I thought you were a Muslim Sunni. So what happened is then Queen Sheba, shall I tell you what happened to Queen Sheba in the Quran? Then I have to. So you can see the Quran ayats. When we're showing you the Quran ayats, you don't believe in us, you raise objections. Then what can I do? The Quran praises her as a good, wise, powerful woman who accepted Islam with Prophet Solomon. Very good. To the point, succinctly put. Where did you study your English from? Very good. Unlike me. Right? Now see such good English this brother has. Better than mine. But he's Sunni. You're a Sunni Muslim. Hello, Madam Ji. Nanga Ram has come. I don't know, Ranga Ramji, when will you disappear? Hello, Nanga Ram. How are you? Namaste. I'm not a Hindu, but I believe in Shiva because I experienced nothingness and emptiness. It was great for some time in St. Joseph's College. So look at the Scamo Unions. Have I pronounced this name properly? Scamo Union. The Quran praises her as a good wife. See how succinctly he's put it. His English is great, like perfect. That is the status of women in Islam, he's saying. And what was the women during, what was the status of her? She was a queen. She couldn't become a queen. When she became, what happened to Khadija? Huh? What are you talking about, Scammer Union? Now see, this person's, he could have accurate memory, this and that. He's just mucked it up from his Quran ayats. Right? And put it in a great, perfect English, succinctly. You see this? The status is that you discipline the woman, in the end, you strike her. And two witnesses, she's equal to two men in a certain circumstance in a witness. For being a witness for what? In the Quran ayat it's given. Equal to two men, one woman, one man. Yeah, so two women, equal to one man, male. And guess what? You can, the males can discipline her. And even the inheritance case, where she gets half of what the son gets. This is the status of a woman. She has to be a virgin when you marry her. She can't be a queen. Can she be a queen? You see, in Saudi Arabia, you've got kings. Where's the queen? You just accepted that the Quran prays. I didn't accept it. I just said succinctly you've put it. The Quran praised her after she became a Muslim and left her queenship. She had everything. God had given her everything. Surah Sad ayat. I didn't say the Quran praises her. The Quran ayat might praise her, but I'm against those Quran ayats. She was ruling as a queen. What are you talking about here? Don't put words in my mouth. Scammer Union. What? The Quran praises her, so that means that it is right? I didn't say I agree. I just said you have succinctly put it well in perfect English. I didn't accept anything. If the ayat says yes, ayat is praising her for leaving her her kingdom, her queenship. It is example for Muslim women. Oh, just get out of this nonsense now. Example for Muslim women. You have put your Muslim women in, you can, even the Sunnis have this concubine and all this Prophet Muhammad had. Put your women in parda. What does your wife do? Huh? You can have 5, 4, God knows how many. And you've covered your wife. In Saudi Arabia, what has happened to these women? Why should I be calm? Be calm, please. You are twisting and turning my words. What the Quran ayat says, if the Quran ayat, this bloody God is praising this one for this poor queen, your nonsensical God. I will not be calm because you stop first. You stop it being dishonest here with me. You understand? When will you stop being dishonest? You trigger that in me, you liar. You stop it now. Stop putting words in my mouth. Your despicable religion. Your rapist Prophet Muhammad. Understand? Where does Islam give equal rights in inheritance to daughters? She not only submitted to Allah's will, she submitted to Solomon's will. Like you are supposed to submit to Prophet Muhammad's decision with full submission. I'm sorry for you if that is your understanding of Islam. That is my correct, that is the fact of Islam. That is not my understanding of Islam. That is a fact. So don't act like those reformers with me. Understand? That what Majid Nawaz says, and you agree with the interpretation of you have to, because there are many. Majid Nawaz says that there are many interpretations of the Quran ayats. You don't have a pope, you don't have a caliph, you don't have an imam. Huh? So everyone has their own understanding. What kind of a Quran is this? What kind of a Quran is this when you're saying this is my understanding of the Quran and this is, then you say, oh, that is the Shia understanding. I don't object to the Shia. You don't object to the Shia understanding of the Quran, do you? As a Sunni even. You don't object to the Salafi understanding of the Quran, then why do you object to the Islamist, extremist understanding of the Quran? Huh? Why would you object to the extremist understanding of the Quran? According to their understanding of the Quran, they are true Muslims. And they can kill those So for once, be honest in your life. I mean, I don't have to shout because we shouted at Pakistanis being dishonest. What did we get? We got a sore throat, laryngitis, losing our voices. So tell me, if your God brings a book down which has different interpretations, different understanding by different people, what kind of a book is this? And then he blames the Christians and the Jews for changing the words and changing their scriptures. What kind of a scripture is this that can be changed and distorted? And now how is the Quran protected by God? From what? So your straw man thing is that it is my understanding of the Quran, because everyone rejects those extremists. Which Pakistani there are some Pakistani Muslims who don't reject the extremists, do they? They have breeded them. All Muslims reject extremists? You may reject extremists, but they may say, we got the Quran right. You haven't got and the Quran even says majority not to follow minority. It's not because majority rule. It's not because majority say they have not understood the Quran that's the way to take the Quran ayats. Because majority of Muslims say they reject these extremists. That's not the rule in the Quran to understand the truth. Very few have got it. So again, you're going contradicting your Quran ayats. Because majority of Muslims reject those extremists, but I can give you a Quran ayat that says don't follow the majority. It means implying that majority have not got the truth. So in this you can be with the Shias, with the Salafis, united, at least in this. But I've shown you that Islam is not a religion of peace, but a religion of the sword and war and killing of Muslims, non-Muslims who are killing, Muslims killing non-Muslims at that time. Also, the Quran ayats are deceptive. Now what would you say of that? It's really foolish to lose my voice on people like you. Dave, you says peace of Christ. Oh, God. Thank you, Dave, you, but what is this? I'm not a Christian, please. Just say peace. Peace is everywhere if you really need it. Maybe you can go for peace, but only in Christ. Of Christ is not peace. Good to see you, madam. Thank you very much. Good to see you here. But do you have any etiquettes, any this thing? I wouldn't go to a Muslim house and say, peace of Christ to you all, right? Like, would I go now, if I go to a Christian house and say, peace of Allah to you all, would that be good etiquettes? Now, Scamo Union. I can show you a Quran ayat which says, right? Here, Surah Rad ayat. Let me show you first. And don't go on majority. I will show you that. I'll try to search for it. So first, let me see if it's in Surah Rad. No, in Surah Rad it says, and you know the, no, that was in my dream. It is Allah who has raised. Maybe this is not a good ayat. Surely in this are signs who stemming from roots standing alone. What, I mean, really, these Muslims. Now, if anything should amaze you, O Prophet, surely it has come to you and this is the truth. No. Don't go on majority, what they believe in. Because the majority are gone case. Now, your majority could be, at least in this, you'll say, oh, you'll unite with the Shias for your own interest. Here, how, and the Shias will even embrace you for that. Should you obey the majority of those on earth, they would lead you astray from Allah's way. Huh? Now, don't the Sunnis, some of them say Shias are kafirs? Being Muslims, they say we are Muslims. Shia Muslims, right? Surah Anam ayat 116. Surah Anam ayat 116. How do you know you believe in this Allah? Allah's way. You are not astray. You don't even follow the ones who have not gone astray. In Surah Fatiha, what you are told. You don't follow the Ahlul Bayt, whom Allah has blessed. You follow the Sahabas and the Ummul Mu'mineen. Two of them were annoying the Prophet. How can you trust in them? I mean, the Shias think they've done extensive research in this, but they're also wrong. You can't follow the majority. They will lead you astray. Why should we follow your caliphs? They would say, the Shias. Majority of Muslims are Sunnis, right? We as Shia, as when I was a Shia, I know this, that we cannot follow the majority because you have deviated. But anyways, you are still you are ignorant, and we don't kill you. But you have deviated, being Muslims also. So majority of you, if the Shias, we can use this ayat and say, look, don't follow the majority just because the Sunnis are in a majority and Sunnis are Muslims and they feel they are following the Allah's ways, Allah's way. What does let there be no compulsion? Truth stands out. Yeah. No compulsion in religion. It is a peaceful religion. Now, how are you going to twist and turn the words against me? Scammer Union. I am sorry for you if don't be sorry for me. I'm sorry for you. As a Shia, when I look at you as a Shia, I feel sorry for you Sunnis. For calling Shias kafirs. So try to feel sorry for yourself now instead of me. Because I'm going to, someone said here, don't bully me. I'll shout and scream at you. Your behavior can be wonderful, but your prophet's behavior was pathetic. According to Sunni Islam, if you read your hadiths, your prophet's behavior was pathetic, laughable. At times, really like, what is this? Read your hadiths. I feel sorry for you and your women. Salma said, the Prophet was fondling me. Although it's against the Quran ayats. Why don't you chuck out those stupid hadiths which could make us Shias pull our hair and, like, oh my God, na'uzubillah, what do they have in their hadiths? And his heart is turning, he's going to Zed's house and having his thing on, heart on Zainab. Adulterer. Despicable. And he's married Aisha, who is 7 years old. So where do I go now? Feel sorry for yourself, Scamo Union. Because everyone rejects those extremists. But I don't reject them. Because I'm saying what the extremists are doing is according to the Quran ayats. According to what Prophet Muhammad was. Exactly the same. They have interpreted, like I have interpreted, the Quran ayat. Islam is a religion of terrorism. Don't bring this Queen Sheba thing and your Arabs and all thinking, and that friend of mine, Muslim. Khadija was Hazrat Khadija, Hazrat Khadija, Prophet's wife. Such a great businesswoman. She could work and all this. What happened to her when she got married to Prophet Muhammad? What happened to the wives of the Prophet Muhammad later? Let me show you. If the women of the Prophet, women of the Prophet do not display Quran ayat. If you want me to calm down, you go to Christian Prince. If you're going to tell me now that I'm bullying you and all this, and telling the believing women to lower their gaze and be modest and display, no, if you are the wives, so what do you have to do? Women of, and the women of the Prophet. Khadija was a businesswoman as a pagan in the polytheistic time. She was a great businesswoman. Prophet Muhammad worked for her, but he didn't know he was a prophet at that time, according to the Sunnis. According to the Shias, he knew, but he had just time to declare it. But Khadija may have been a Christian in pagan times if she followed for Waraka, her cousin, or just a believer in one God. And there was no constriction on her. You are not like any other woman. And so please, your cunning things, your dishonesty will not do here. I think you're a mixture of Arab and Pakistani. Are you a mixture of Arab and Pakistani? Then we've got a great, then I've got a great wall here. Are you like Punjabi Arab mixture? Then you are a very stubborn man. Then I cannot help you. And your Pakistanis, along with Arabs, they have a very good way of speaking. They're eloquent, they're articulate. I've seen them speaking Ghalib Kamal, and Pakistanis are very clever, very intelligent people. Even the Arabs know how to speak succinctly, like you put it here, in perfect English. Are you an Arab Pakistani or a Palestinian Arab? Huh? Can you at least tell me so I know what I'm dealing with, who I'm banging my head on against? Because when Pakistanis, they ruined their own people, they raped their land, they won't listen to anyone, even Arab Muslims will not listen. They get offended very quickly if we tell them, what is this? After the prayer, At least say the azan on the loudspeaker, but not the whole prayer. After 10 minutes, then 15 minutes, whole prayer on the. They will get angry. Arabs get offended. They'll put me in jail. O wives of the Prophet, you are not like anyone among women. If you fear Allah, then. So we as Shias considered ourselves to be. This is not wives of the Prophet, this is women. Ya Nisa'a, the Prophet. So we follow the daughter of the Prophet, Fatima Zahra, and we are not like any other women. We are good. So your Sunnis, some of them, like I don't know what this Pakistani are, that say, God knows, that hijab, no. They are reformers, they're like reformers. Or even like the one my ex-friend was giving, example of Queen, Princess, she was, no, Queen of Jordan. So why? But we come from because I was telling this friend Saima Peer. She was giving me the Queen of Jordan's example of being a. Oh God! And I say, well, Bibi Fatma Zahra, we're supposed to be like this, you know. Follow Bibi Fatma Zahra's example, because not all things are. And abide in your houses, and do not display yourselves as the display. What about this? Abide in your houses, huh? Now, where's Bibi Khadija going out for business and all this? Tell me, are you proud of Islam? So, this Saima Peer, she came to Dubai, and God knows she was still after my case. So she gave me the Queen of Jordan's example. Queen of Jordan. And Queen of Jordan is a Muslim reformist. Now she had that against me, against us Shias. She couldn't get anything else but Queen Rania of Jordan. And her, you know, I could have given her Princess Zahra Ismaili Imam's daughter, who doesn't wear hijab, who dresses like, she wears dresses and Western dresses. So does Queen of Jordan. But this is the Islam. This, Zahra, Layla, this is the Islam. This, Rania, Queen of... Now that Saima Peer came to Dubai and learned something else, that Queen Rania is she's working for Islam. This is the Islam, this. I got so, like, please give me a break. No, this is Islam. Now don't get me into trouble with the Queen of Jordan. You see? No, you don't have to wear hijab. Queen Rania, Jordan wear hijab? No, she doesn't wear hijab. Actually, in our religion, there's no coercion. In other words, you're not forced to wear a veil, and that is a personal decision on my part not to wear the veil. So this is what the ex-Muslim, no, me ex-Muslim, friend the Muslim, like, now she want to join this Queen Rania Islam. Learn Queen Rania Islam. Right? Oh, so now this. Don't get me into trouble. I mean, I have been in trouble with Queen Rania of Jordan. Because I said on Facebook, what is this? If you're following Halal Bait, how can you be like, okay, maybe she's following Ismail. But whatever, the reason she gives here is that there's no compulsion. Once you become a Muslim, you have to follow certain rules of Islam. right? But they've started to say that hijab, where does it say? My ex-friend. First they were after Shia, now they're after where does it say hijab? Now I know Bibi Fatma Zahra was wearing, where does it say hijab? Because our Shia say that this here is khamar, is like from khamar, when wine, it clouds your mind, and so it's the head, and khamar means head, to cover this veil, to take the head scarf and cover it. You see, it's like covering the bosom. So this is how the Shias interpret this verse. So are you saying the extremists, because majority of the Muslims don't believe in these extremists, that their Islam is not true? Let them wear the head coverings over the bosoms. This is how the Quran, even though it doesn't say head covering, it says khamar. This is how the Shias interpret it, and the example is there for us. Bibi Fatima Zahra, Bibi Zainab, all the examples are there. Oops. For our 12er Shias, the Ismaili Imam His Highness Al Khan III removed this restriction. Now you have your various interpretations of the Islam, and the extremists have their interpretation. And I agree to the extremists. And I feel they are right. Where's the Quran ayat? So how the Shias interpret this, and they have example of Bibi Fatima Zahra, the daughter of Prophet Muhammad, is this. And tell the believing women, I mean, you can be Muslims and you can be believers. If you really obey the Prophet and Allah, you become believers. Muslims have a lower status than believers. I showed that to Salah ad-Din from the Quran ayat. So, we believers, Shias are believers. Depends on how good they are or bad they are, but they are believers. And say to the believing women, they should lower of their gaze, they should guard their chastity and not display their adornment except what is apparent of it, meaning what is natural, I think. And let them draw their head covers. Now, bechumur, right? This word is a problem that they have. And also the command, like Saima Peer, my ex-friend, was such a pain in the neck for me. She was saying this is not a command from God. And say to the believing women that they should, where does it say command here? They are commanded. Huh? Shia said this is a command for them. And some Muslims said, where's the commandment here? It doesn't say you are commanded. It says, say to the believing women that they should lower their gaze and they should guard their chastity and not display their adornment except, just say to the believing women. Some of you Muslims don't even take this as a command. What shall we do with you? We can do nothing. Just the differences are there. But don't try to impose your religion on others, your difference on others. Then accept the other person and tolerate the other person also. Tolerate the Shias. And don't go to the Shias then, telling them, you understand, Pakistani, Arab. Because you are being here like a Pakistani Arab Muslim. Stubborn and dishonest. Khumar, what is a khumar? Is it a scarf? Is it just a scarf? Now you have problems in your own interpreting this word khumar. So our Shias took me to khimar, the alcoholic intoxication verse. Where does intoxication happen? Where's the effect of intoxication on your brain? Khimar and khumar. So I don't know. I'm just telling you these are the differences. And some women have started to, what do you call that? Have debates that this khumar does not mean head covering. It just means a scarf. How does it mean a scarf? Asma Barla, Saima Pir told me she's gone to these, also these Muslim women forums who have been doing debates on this against those who say, Muslims who say that this khumar means head covering and not just a scarf that you can cover over your bosoms. Asma Barlas, and there's another one. I've forgotten the other one's name. And not to display how nicely, like, they can go to these people. But when it comes to Shia Islam, they have some, like a bone, you know, to, or something. They can't take it. It's not in the blood. They just cannot take it. They have this hatred for Shias. That's why. Prejudice. What if this is khumar meaning khimar from the word alcohol, intoxicants? Do not go near. Intoxicants. Well, it says sharab. Sharab could be wine, and God knows you have your traditional tafsirs and from where you get this from. Do not go near Salah when you are intoxicated, it says here. Right? So, slowly, I read this article that Prophet Muhammad, Allah tried, because they were addicted to intoxicants. So it took around 1 or 2 years before he said, you shouldn't go near Salah when you are intoxicated. So Muslims have taken it in different ways, and this ayat also, and so many different views have come up. You can use your own views, but so this khimar. Oh God, this is tafsir. Where's that ayat? I see so many Muslims dishonesty. It's unbelievable, that dishonesty. Gambling and intoxicants are haram. No, sorry, are great sin in it. And our writs, sorry, are abominable. Quran ayat. They ask you about intoxicants and games of chances. Surah Baqarah at 219. Oh my God, going to this. Surah Baqarah. Quran.com. They ask you about intoxicants. What is it? It's khamri. Why is it khamri? Intoxicants. Where does the intoxicant affect your head or your... It's just a overall or nervous system? So take your scarf. It is from khamri. You come to khumar. That's why, because it affects the head. The khumar here in Surah Nur ayat 31, you see? That's why they say head scarf. Be khumri. Khumr. The word, just use khumr right here. I would use. So what is this? So please don't try to be... you should not feel sorry about me. You should feel sorry about those women in Iran and in Saudi Arabia and in Arab Muslim countries who can be disciplined by their husbands, also beaten. You get it? Now, if you are a Pakistani, you have that blood, stubborn Arab Muslim blood. I cannot argue with you. Please come straight. Be honest. Khar dimagh, I cannot take you. Are you Pakistani? Let me see. Are you Arab? Are you Palestinian? Scammer Union. I need to know. Because I have triggering, like Pakistanis who've come to me and triggered that against Shias. I've had enough. You see, this is what we made out of Saima Pir. My friend said that these people, the Shia friend, who's very nice, but she said, they want to wiggle their way out somehow. So for your convenience, you've started to, like we used to say, Christians, for their convenience, have started to make their religion, it's not what it used to be in the beginning. For your convenience, you do this. You don't want to wear hijab. You try to, change the words around. Your own Muslims do this on a daily basis, Saima Pir told me. Misinterpreting the Quran ayats, thinking they're interpreting it their way, and then ask her, what are you following? Are you Quran only? When it suits you, you take the hadith. Oh, Prophet Muhammad was listening. Music is not haram in Islam. This is all junk you've sent me. But tell me, does your Prophet reject these extremists? Do the Quran ayats reject these extremists? I've seen the Quran ayats don't reject these extremists. Scammer Union. Now, how do you know? How do you know that your interpretation is the right interpretation of the Quran? And your hadiths are right, and your tafsir givers are giving the right tafsir and all this. How do you know? How do you know that? How many people are you going to say, I'm sorry if this is your understanding of Islam? Huh? The Shias you're going to say this to? You're going to apologize to? Can you say, can I say, oh, sorry, Prophet Muhammad, I don't want to go like the Badun, if I was a male, I don't want to go to war. Can you say, sorry, sorry, Prophet Muhammad, Islam is not my cup of tea. Sorry, today my faith is low in Islam. Maybe tomorrow. Sorry. Can you say that to Prophet Muhammad, or will you be killed? According to your religion, you will be, if you choose, if you say, sorry, I was born in a Shia, I did some matam, did some Shia things, prayed sometimes, did fasting when I was able to, all that. But now, sorry, I'm leaving Islam. Can you say that and get free? Like, go away without being killed? Huh? Whoever, where's that hadith? Where's that hadith? Huh? Kill him. Whoever leaves Islam, kill him. Aren't you? That's why I'm asking you, because I want to know, like, how far is your cunning, dishonesty, how far it goes, so that how far I have to deal with your dishonesty, cunningness, as a Pakistani Muslim, as an Arab Muslim. How far is your cunningness? Your slyness also. You may have the best behavior, you may not be shouting, screaming at me. Kill those who change their religion. Are you going to pick and choose in your religion? So I want to know, like, which exactly where you come from, and what is your, because for the arguments for here, I need to know which Muslim you are exactly, and what hadiths you choose, pick and choose, and how you interpret the Quran. Please let me know. I'm waiting. Because here I could get killed by insulting a Muslim. You could be from the royal family and get me killed here, the way I'm talking to you. No, this is a hadith. Hindering others from the path of Allah, rejecting Him, and expelling the worshippers from the sacred mosque is a greater sin in the sight of Allah. Fitna indicates the punishment for apostasy from Islam is death. Muhammad Iqbal Siddiqui, now one of your religious scholars, or God knows, Muslims, have come up with this, apostasy in Islam. Surah Baqarah, taking Surah Baqarah at 217. Now I'll show you the hadith. So tell me, which picking and choosing are you doing then? And how you interpret. How do you interpret the Quran? If you're still here. Good God, help me if you're still here. And if I'm still on you, So you, majority of you agree to this or not? Huh? Ibn Abbas said, the Messenger of Allah said, whoever changes his religion, kill him. Sunan and Nasai, I want to know how many of you Sunni Muslims believe in this? Or Quran only? No, Quran only would, like what, Barelvi from Pakistan, Indo-Pak, or, which, like how do you take the Quran and how do you want us to interpret your verses, Quran verses? Huh? Good God. And how many of you Muslims take this to be true? Majority? Scammer Union. Are you Saima Pir's relative here? He's also a cousin, is in Dubai. Have you become? Sheikh's good friend. I'm alone here against Muslims, however they may interpret the Quran, even Shias and everything. None, even this on YouTube, none, because they're all scared. I'm from United Arab Emirates. I could be killed anytime. I'm very outspoken and I don't have diplomacy in me. How many of you Arab Muslims? Do you represent Arab Muslims? Are you an Arab Muslim? Are you a Pakistani Muslim? Are you both? Don't you see, we ex-Muslims here in the United, whereas if you are even a Pakistani Muslim, we are discriminated against here in the United Arab Emirates. We are scared here. Even as Shias. We are in a minority in the United Arab Emirates. But if you are Pakistani and you come from a good family, you'll be enjoying much from United Arab Emirates. People well off, wastas and all this, using, oh yeah, I know Osama bin Laden's cousin, things like that. And Queen of Jordan, Queen Rania, I know. And also Dr. Zakir Naik. I'm all alone here. And I don't know how to talk. So you said here, right? You said, let be calm, please, right? The Arabs are not going to see. The Arabs will have pity on you, sympathy on you. They're going to give it to me. Because you could be an Arab who's being dishonest here and putting words in my mouth and cunning, sly, but very suave, very calm. Like my grandmother, wicked grandmother. I used to get into trouble. She never said a bad word in her life, although her daughter did when they were in Karachi, but she herself never said a bad word in her life. So, Scammer Union, are you here to get me into trouble? Don't worry, I fear none. Sometimes in my weakness I do fear, But they've just put me in the jail here in United Arab Emirates. I never had a future in my life. But you Pakistani Arab Muslims shaking hands now, right, against me, even using Christians and ex-Muslims. No, how could you use, oh yes, maybe to make people feel sorry, using Adam Seeker to feel sorry for you Muslims. If you go to Sam Shamoun, you know how you work? It's like I'll have to be a Dostoevsky to write a whole book on how you Muslims work. I wouldn't be surprised if you have installed on YouTube an ex-Muslim who becomes a Christian and is behind the corridors. You are shaking hands with him. Because you know what you want? Tamiz, but Tamiz. Adam Seeker. So are you like Saima Peer? Headstrong. You won't let go. The moment I get an upper hand, you look at it as an upper hand over you. You're not going to see that after my bullying and screaming and shouting and I'm a very angry person is over, there's the truth behind it. And it's good for you. It's good for your women, Muslim women. After my ego, my anger, all comes down, path I've chosen is great. Truth seeking. Even if it be against my religion. I have a lot to lose. I will not go, chamchagiring the sheikhs. Flattering the sheikhs. They can come, they can put me in jail. I'm not going to. I respect from the heart honesty. I don't respect dishonesty if I see one. If my sheikhs are honest, I'll respect them behind. I will not respect them in front. Even. I'm not a Saima Peer or anyone like that. Sucking up to sheikhs and all this. Flattering people when it's in your convenience for your this thing. In your interest. You understand? So how many of you Muslims, majority of Muslims believe this or not? So if you believe in this, then you go back to Surah Tawbah and try to use your mind a little bit. And Surah Hashr ayat, and use some insight, reflection, thoughtfulness, and see who wanted to kill people and expel them from their lands. Why? Not just because they broke the treaty as said apparently. And what if we are in Surah Anam, we are in Surah Anfal, or what if we are in this case? But we're not, because we don't have foreigners protecting us with whom you have a treaty. Oh, what if I was a Britisher here? Like a Shia Britisher, right? And you have a treaty with them for peace, not killing. The hypocrites who didn't go the where is it? Oh, let me just. Oh, so now they've got me off that. So these people coming to prove against me. Oh, yeah. Oh. So there's a very treacherous world out. People, they can get your, if you have a weakness, like it's the devil's advocate, it's like that movie Zara, Veer Zara. Huh? But that man was really, that's what my father said. If you get emotional, you'll be gone, case. And I don't think I ever should have come to his country because I'm very emotional. By now I should have been gone, case. So it says that the believers were divided. So you people, these people who come here, think they know everything. The believers were divided about the hypocrites. I don't know what to say about you people. Surah 57. God knows where that ayat is. So do you believe in this? I'm not going to talk softly. I'm a bully. I was called a bully here. I'm not going to calm down. Do you believe in this hadith? I can't find that ayat. Do you believe in this hadith? How many of you Muslims, majority, let's have a thing. If you now use majority against me, Muslim majority against me, and I've interpreted the Quran as I understand it, then beating the wife is with beat. Striking, take Surah Muhammad ayat for God's sakes, right? Strike them at the necks. Take the same word and apply it. See if it goes with that strike your wives or women. If they disobey you, the third count. On the third count, why don't you take the word from there rather than go to the Musaq hadith, the tafsirs that say, why don't you, your religious scholars have done wrong. Don't try to confuse us here and be dishonest. Tell me, how many of you Muslims believe that the Messenger of Allah said, whoever changes his religion, kill him? I'm already dying, I don't care. I'm not going to calm down with a person like you. I've had enough of you Pakistani liars, Muslims and Arab Muslims who have taken the freedom away. And you have the audacity here to tell me like this. Bring Queen Sheba's thing, example. Tell me I agree to what you're saying. If the Quran ayat is saying this, what can I do? I have to agree. If you say what I'm saying about the Quran ayat, the poor woman was stripped of her queenship, her kingdom. She had to first submit to this one, Solomon. And I'm sick and tired of you Muslims who come here with such cunning slyness, putting my words out of this thing. What you're doing is worse. It's like that friend. Oh, Lala, I'm so scared of your anger. Will you get angry at me if I tell you? Calling me bully, using my people here, a brother here who came here. I don't know whether it's Indian or whether it's lying or truth or what. Using things against me. What family have you given us here? Tell me. My brothers don't visit me, although I'm... What good have you done for humanity here with my family? Just given us financial help? I can go to London and get financial help. I would be better in London with financial help. Not with you Muslim Arabs and Pakistanis. You have taken my brothers away from me here. Why? Because you give financial help. We are weaklings here. We are dependent on you Arabs. And you Pakistanis here, with your wealth, you have stayed here, made wealth. Understand, you Muslim Pakistanis, and do what you like here with me. But you can't. If you touch me, you think you have the right to touch me, you Arab Muslims with your arrogance. And you Pakistani Muslims with Arabs. You understand? I don't go with your vastas and your sucking up to Arabs.